This is David Fry, one of the trustees of the Beechwood Educational Foundation, and we're very pleased this evening to have Brother Andrew Denzel Bruns, class of 2016, join us to give us an update on his life post time at Zeta Chapter. And also, Brother Bruns has recently joined the Beechwood Educational Foundation as one of our trustees, and so we were very pleased that he made the decision to re-engage with the graduates of Zeta Chapter in his new capacity. So, Brother Bruns, thank you so much for that devotion to Zeta Chapter. Just a couple of questions to supplement the profile that we'll put on the website, so that brothers can learn more about what you've been up to since your days at Beechwood. But one of the things that we always like to get from our fellow graduate brothers is, what are some of your fondest memories of your time as a member of Zeta Chapter at Indiana University?
Yeah, my mind immediately goes to two places. It goes to the beginning of my time at Zeta and the end of my time at Zeta. Of course, there are plenty of incredible moments in between, a couple of those being Fiji Isle every year, but especially my freshman year, winning the intramural basketball championship with the Fiji A basketball team my senior year, being a couple of those moments in between. But, when you say that, my mind certainly jumps straight to Welcome Week as a freshman and to pledgeship as a freshman. The fact that I hadn't known the 27 other guys in my pledge class yet, who are my closest friends today, is sometimes hard to fathom. And I would say getting to know those guys the first couple weeks and months, who they are, what they stood for, what they loved, what they hated, what their goals were in life. It was such a fun process, and certainly a memorable one too, that I look back and think very fondly of. And then conversely, I also think about kind of towards the end of my time at Zeta, I was a chapter president in 2015 across my junior and senior years, and that was truly such an enriching experience. And when I close my eyes and think about some of my most fond memories, I think about standing in the formal chapter room, or in the formal room in front of the piano, addressing the brothers at our weekly chapter meetings. And I think about meeting with my cabinet beforehand, talking about the goals that we had set and agreed upon with the brothers in the house, academically, philanthropically, athletically, and putting those plans in place and executing them. Certainly was also a very fond and memorable experience that I look back on.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Thanks for sharing that. As we wrap things up, just kind of curious, what led you to kind of get re-engaged and support the Beechwood Educational Foundation by looking to become our latest trustee?
Yeah, great question. First of all, it's a real honor and privilege to be a member of the BEF, and I truly appreciate the opportunity. And secondly, I certainly would not be the person I am today if it weren't for Zeta Fiji. And I think about, as soon as I stepped foot in that house, even before I took a class on campus, it was clear to me that I was becoming a member of something bigger than myself. There was a standard and a pursuit of excellence that was palpable, and something that I knew the members of the house at the time were striving for, but I could also tell was something that was in place for years beforehand, for decades beforehand. And, I think feeling that and being a part of that really elevated me as a person, and I think inspired me to be the best version of myself and to strive for excellence in the same way that I saw others doing so. As I continued my time through, I held positions of leadership that taught me so much, and met brothers that I learned so much from, older than me, younger than me, graduate brothers like Pete King, Brother Sky, who I learned so much from, and still to this day I'm learning so much from. And as I reflect on all of those things and what Zeta Fiji has given me, I also have to acknowledge the people that I don't know who donated their time and effort to ensure that those things were that way and stayed that way. And I know a lot of that a lot of time and effort went into that and goes into that on a daily basis, even to a degree that many brothers may not know. And now that I have the opportunity to donate my time and effort and do the same, I know that if it affects even one person the same way that it affected me, then it's going to make a profound impact on someone's life. And the opportunity to do that, I think, is truly special. And once again, I'm so grateful to do so.
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to leveraging your experience, your expertise, as well as your connection to the recent generations of graduates through the BEF efforts. And so, again, thanks so much for joining us this evening to provide the update. For those graduate brothers that want to connect with Brother Bruns, you can find him on LinkedIn. And you can certainly message him there and find ways to reconnect. I know he keeps in touch with many of his Fiji brothers through reunions, get-togethers, as well as fantasy football. So hope you have a great rest of the week, Brother Denzel, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you so much. Talk soon.